السيد الرئيس شرف من الرئيس يلا اقول لك كلمتين انت بعدين انا برب.
Thank you. We came here today to give you some information about the latest situation in Palestine. We met a few minutes ago with the Secretary General. We discussed with him the situation in Palestine, and we draw his attention about the horrific situation, particularly after the bombardment in the north of Gaza, killing innocent people and destroying school, shelters, hospital. And we agree that we will do our best to reach a ceasefire. And we are also going, as you know, last 2 days ago, we had a meeting in the Security Council about the situation in Palestine, and we are trying our best to reach a ceasefire. Is very urgent and very important. We also discussed the recent news in invasion, after the invasion in Lebanon by the Israeli occupied power, which killed innocent people, including United Nations forces. We discussed also the situation in Syria after the airstrike who killed innocent people in Damascus. It became a daily airstrike. All these issues are in Urwa also. We discussed the situation in Urwa, which is facing some decision to be taken by Knesset. We are against this situation. The UNRWA is still the pivotal and very important organization to help Palestinian people and all refugees in this area. I will stop here and I will give the floor to Ambassador Riyad.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you see, we have a large delegation of Arab ambassadors, 10 of us, that met with the Secretary General based on a decision that we made in an emergency meeting of the Arab ambassadors a few days ago. In that meeting, we assessed the situation, especially the extreme danger of large-scale genocide in the northern part of Gaza, in which there are 400,000 Palestinian civilians being threatened either to be killed or to be starved to death. This is based on the leaked information in the media that there is a report by the generals in Israel who proposed this idea of sealing the northern part of the Gaza Strip, declaring it a military zone. Whoever remains there is a military target, which means that if that is to be implemented, then there is a danger of seeing larger number of extermination of Palestinians beyond and above what happened during the first year. So it was a collective duty to alarm the Security Council members, which we did. Then we met as an Arab group and we agreed on a strategy, which started with meeting with the President of the Security Council, then demanded an emergency meeting which took place. We listened very closely to the reporting and the statements of all members of the Security Council. It seems that part of our message is resonating. They are showing more seriousness than before, which means that they are extremely terrified of the possibility of this massive genocide that could be unleashed in the northern part of Gaza. So they are discussing and debating among them the possibility of adopting a resolution that calls for, among other things, an immediate ceasefire. We hope that they have the spine and the strength and the determination to take that step to prevent this genocide from taking place. The Israeli occupying authorities, instead of learning from all these lessons and to stop this war against our people in Palestine, particularly in Gaza and more specifically in the north, they are expanding the war against Lebanon, which we condemn, and we are in full solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Lebanon. They are attacking very frequently Syria. We are in solidarity with them, and they are potentially threatening to expand this war. What we need is not to expand this war. What we need is to stop this war, to have an immediate ceasefire, to send humanitarian assistance to our people to scale, to defend UNIFIL, to remain on the blue line in Lebanon, and to allow for opening a door for a political horizon. So we discussed all these issues with the Secretary General. We admire his courage and his defense of international law and what the UN stands for. We will work very closely with him, and he is working with everyone, including the Security Council members and the P5 and everyone who is ready and willing to work with the Secretary General, with the UN, to uphold the principles of international law, international humanitarian law, what all the UN represent. The other thing that we are working on very actively is defending UNRWA. We succeeded in building collectively a coalition of 124 countries. Yesterday, you saw a demonstration of most of those who were able to attend with us, in excess of 100, stood before you here defending UNRWA. We raised that issue with the SG, and we are working very, very hard in order not to allow this dangerous piece of legislation in the Israeli Knesset to put UNRWA out of business. UNRWA is indispensable. UNRWA is the most successful story of the United Nations since its inception, and it is the shining example of the success of multilateralism when we all honor and respect international law and work together to serve the vulnerables, the refugees, those who are in need of this kind of help, 6 million of them Palestinians, until there is a just political solution to the question of the refugees. We are very active in all these things. We are active along with the SG, who sent a letter to all member states and to all the agencies to respond to him with what they are going to do to uphold the historic advisory opinion of the ICJ in putting an end as quickly as possible of this illegal occupation. It has to end as quickly as possible. Therefore, it is the obligation of member states, UN agencies, different components of the UN to take steps to shorten the life of this illegal occupation, the source of all evils in the Middle East. And we promised him that we will cooperate with him to send to him all the information of what each and every country is doing and what they propose that should be done in terms of mechanisms in order to shorten the life of this illegal occupation, and as the General Assembly asked for, to end it within 1 year. And we promised him as Palestine that we will urge all member states, all agencies, everyone to respond in a positive way to the call of the SG and to send all the information available to them about what they are doing to shorten the life of this illegal occupation, and to propose ideas, creative ideas, practical ideas, in order to build the necessary mechanisms in order to expedite the process of shortening the life of this illegal occupation. We thank you very much for being with us every step of the way, and we will always share with you what we do, and we count on you to transmit the essence of what we tell you to your audience. Thank you very much. Edith, you deserve the first question.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. 2 questions. First, on a Security Council resolution, is there actually any draft on paper yet? And when would you see this possibly being put to a vote? And secondly, both Israel and Hamas have indicated since the death of Yahya Sinwar announced yesterday that they have no intention in stopping the war in Gaza, and I wonder what your reaction is to that.
Let me just tell you with regard to the first question, we are ready to have a product, a resolution, to be put to a vote yesterday in the Security Council, as far as we are concerned as an Arab group. But the Security Council, it operates in its own unique way. We see some ideas being floated among the members of the Security Council. It is possible that something that might emerge possibly by Tuesday, but as far as we are concerned, we will be pressing for, as quickly as possible, of a resolution demanding an immediate ceasefire, demanding humanitarian assistance to scale to all corners of the occupied Gaza Strip to reach the needs of our people in every place in the Gaza Strip. We need to save lives, not to kill more people. And we need to stop this crime against humanity and war crime of forced displacement. All Palestinians in the Gaza Strip who were forced to be displaced from one part to another part should be allowed to return to where they were pushed out from in accordance with Resolution 2735, and not only to return because the winter is approaching, but also to provide them with shelters so that they can survive the difficult time of winter. With regard to the two parties that you referred to, it is the duty of the Security Council to maintain international peace and security. It is not up to the fighting parties to dictate upon all of us their wishes and their activities and their abhorrent, especially Israel, their abhorrent activities and violations of the law and the war of genocide against the Palestinian people. Therefore, it is the duty of the Security Council to say, we demand an immediate ceasefire and compliance by all parties. And we demand that to take place, for example, within 24 hours or within 48 hours, or else. This is the Security Council has the tools to force its will and to use everything available to it, including, should not be a taboo, going into the area of Chapter 7. And in this regard, with regard to UNRWA, if they continue on the path, among other things, of trying to destroy it, there is no taboo in the General Assembly of questioning the seat of a country that does not respect all of us, nor the General Assembly, nor international law, nor the Security Council, nor the Secretary General, a country that behaves in such arrogance and disrespect to its obligation under the Charter of the United Nations does not deserve to have a seat in the General Assembly among us. So therefore, there are no taboos, and we will explore everything in order to stop this war, to defend UNRWA, and to do the right thing, and to open doors for a political horizon that would put an end to this illegal occupation as quickly as possible and allow for the independence of the State of Palestine to be living in a sovereign way with East Jerusalem as its capital, and therefore to actualize the two-state solution to become a reality. We are determined to do everything within our power as an Arab group, and our friends, the OIC group, the NAM movement, the Europeans, the Africans, the Latino, the Asians, everyone, in order not to allow a country to continue to behave that as if it is above the law. No one is above the law. All of us should be honoring and respecting the provisions of the Charter of the UN, and peace should prevail in the land of peace, the land of Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
Thank you.